Jeremy Ashman here, the BA Guide, and welcome to another episode of the BA Guide in Quarantine. Today we're going to continue talking about the institutes that drive business analysis standards forward, and we're going to focus in on one called the Project Management Institute, or also known as the PMI. You may say, wait a minute, Project Management Institute, we're talking about business analysis standards. Jeremy, have you lost it? Well, kind of. So the Project Management Institute's been around for many decades, and they've been setting those standards for project management, and that's been very well received. There's a lot of organizations that use their standards and the PMI processes for how they manage projects. In fact, in our Project Management for the Business Analyst online course, we teach the PMI's project management process. So it's a very well-known and well-utilized process. But the PMI is a nonprofit organization, and they're looking to grow their audience, as most nonprofits try to do. And one way they've decided to do that is to begin dabbling in business analysis standards. So evolving from just being project management to also including business analysis. And it makes a lot of sense. Project managers work with business analysts all the time. There's always confusion or questions around the delineation of roles between a project manager and a business analyst. And when you work at organizations, that role kind of moves, if you will, that line and that responsibilities between the two roles can shift. So with them knowing project management, I think it makes sense for them to get into business analysis. So anyways, they created their own business analysis standards. I believe it was early 2019 or maybe 2018. Time flies. But when they put out their standards, I actually was one of the early reviewers, went through their standards, helped them kind of shape the standards, adjust wording that didn't make sense, and add in things that did, etc. So with that, they created these business analysis standards that are pretty well done. I think they did a good job to help explain a lot of the skills and techniques, and maybe even took a little bit different angle than some of the other organizations that were creating business analysis standards. But nonetheless, they expanded, they created business analysis standards, and I believe it's called Business Analysis Standards by the PMI, which not a very catchy name, but nonetheless, that's their standards guidebook. Now, with the PMI, like a lot of these other institutes, they are driven through membership. So they're trying to get members in. It costs like $130 a year. For that, you get access to various resources like, I believe, different webinars. I know there's a lot of online resources and guides and courses and kind of white papers that you can read as a member of the PMI. But you also get access to the local chapters, similar to what we discussed yesterday with the IIBA. So you get access to local chapters. The one bummer with the PMI is they're really rooted in project management. And that's where they started, right? That's where their roots are from. So they're always going to kind of lean towards that project management side. And as they've evolved and come out with these business analysis standards, it's kind of like this really immature arm or wing of the PMI, at least as of what I can see right now. So I think they're trying to mature it and get it better. But basically what I mean is there's no like local chapters for business analysts within the PMI. If you join the PMI as a member and you go join a local chapter and attend it, more than likely they're going to be talking about all project management stuff, which, while helpful for a business analyst, doesn't directly relate to what we need to do for the roles and responsibilities. But nonetheless, the standards that they have and the standards they put out are amazing. So if you don't mind not attending local chapter meetings and whatnot, and you want to be able to learn through various standards and then take certification exams on those standards, the PMI is a great organization for that. So the PMI has a lot of certifications, and as you can guess, a lot of them are around the project management side of the house. But they do have some exams and certifications around business analysis. And the two that I would point out, the one main one is the PMI PBA. So that is the professional business analyst certification that tests you on the business analysis standards they have out there. So that's the most popular business analysis certification through the PMI. They also have outside of the PMI PBA, they also have an ACP, which is more of an agile certification, but it does kind of take a more project management approach. I did research that one a little bit, and even if you're going through business analysis, I do think it would be helpful to take that one, even if you're not looking to become a project manager, because the way they teach it with Agile, it teaches the general Agile knowledge. So nonetheless, those are the two certifications that are good fits from the PMI. So that is the Project Management Institute. You can find out more about the PMI at pmi.org. And like I said, they're fairly new into business analysis. But the thing that you have to recognize is they have the clout and the kind of base of customers, of organizations that are already using their project management standards. So if you're working for an organization that uses the PMI's project management standards, or you're looking to get into an organization that uses the PMI project management standards, having the business analysis certification from the PMI can be extremely helpful, because I almost guarantee if they're using those project management standards for the project management side, they will probably adopt the business analysis standards from the PMI, because why go to another organization to pull in standards? You might as well use the ones that go together. They're really more seamless, if you will, between the roles. So that is the PMI. Again, find out more about the Project Management Institute at pmi.org. Well, that's it for this episode of the BA Guide in Quarantine. Hope you stay safe out there. Happy learning, and I'll see you tomorrow.